Hiya, I'm Judy. Welcome to today's ESOL lesson for asylum seekers. Today's lesson is going to be about prefixes. Here we are. The subject of the lesson is prefixes. Oops. So, what is a prefix? Well, here we are. A prefix is a group of letters that you can add to the start of a word to change its meaning. I'm going to give you some examples. So we can put the letters UN on the start of the word happy, and we make the word unhappy. We can add the letters UN to the word kind, and it makes the word unkind. We can add the letters UN to the word sure, and it makes the word unsure. And we can add the letters UN to the word selfish, and it makes the word unselfish. So UN is the prefix to each of these words. And you might notice that by adding UN to the word, you get the opposite. So the opposite of happy is unhappy. The opposite of kind is unkind. The opposite of sure is unsure. And the opposite of selfish is unselfish. Here, and UN as a prefix means the same as not. So not selfish, not sure, not kind, not happy. Here's another prefix. This prefix is composed of the letters D, I and S. Dis. So dis in front of agree makes disagree. Dis in front of appear makes disappear. Dis in front of please makes displease. So dis as a prefix also means not, or a failure to do something. So disagree means that you do not agree with somebody. Disappear means that it's gone. It's not around anymore. Displease means that you do not please somebody. So it's a bit like but not quite. Here's another prefix that we use a lot in English, P-R-E. Pre and the word view make the word preview. Pre and the word pair make the word prepare. And pre and the word dict make the word predict. And pre as a prefix means before. So preview means that you look at something before anybody else or before doing something else. You look at it first. Prepare means that you get things ready before you do something else. And predict means that you say something is going to happen before it happens. So pre as a prefix means before. Now you might notice that actually we don't use the word dict anymore. We don't use the word pair, or not very often anymore. So sometimes in English, we use the word with the prefix, like prepare and predict, but we don't use the word itself. So we no longer really use the word pair to get ready. We no longer use the word dict to say. They've dropped out of usage in English. We only use the word with the prefix. But we do still use the word view to look at. So preview means to look at before. And here we are. Here's another prefix because there are a lot of them in English. This is a common one. Re, R-E. Re and new makes the word renew. Re and mind makes the word remind. Re and join makes the word rejoin. And re and count makes the word recount or recount. And re as a prefix means again. So renew means to make new again. Remind means to tell somebody again that something is happening, to remind them. Rejoin means that you join something again. And recount means two things. Either, like in the American elections, you have to count all the votes and then, because Donald Trump didn't believe it, you have to recount them. You have to count them again. Or it has another meaning, and it can mean to say something and to recount something that has already happened. To say something about something that has already happened. You recount it. It's a different way of using the word. And here is yet another prefix, ex. Ex and port means export. Ex and change means exchange. Ex and clude means exclude. And ex as a prefix means out, out of, or away from. So export means that we send goods from the UK out to other countries. They are exported. If we exchange, we give something out, but then we have something back for it. We exchange. We change something, we give something out, we and then we have something back as well. We exchange. Exclude means that we keep something out of. So if I exclude something from this room, I would put it outside. If I exclude a student from my class, which I don't do, it means I would stop them joining my class. I would put them out of my class. And then I think this is the final prefix that I'm going to tell you about, although there are a lot more. Miss, M-I-S, and trust means or makes mistrust. Miss and lead makes the word mislead. Miss and spell makes the word misspell. We keep double S there. And miss as a prefix means wrong. So mistrust means that you put your trust in something, but it's mistrust. It's not justified. You shouldn't do it. You don't really trust that person. Mislead means that you tell somebody something that's wrong. You mislead them. You give them the wrong information. Misspell and that's what I hope you don't do, means that you spell things wrong. So that's what we're trying not to do in our ESOL lessons. We're trying to get you to spell things correctly and not to misspell. So there we are. I could do lots more on prefixes, and what I'm going to do now is I want to get you to listen to something I'm going to read. And I want you to write down the 10 words in this piece. There are 10 that begin with a prefix. You have to listen very carefully, you have to understand, and you might want to use a dictionary. Here's a dictionary where you can look up words. Okay? So here we are. This is what I'm going to read to you. I suggest you listen to it 2, 3, 4 times. And then when you've written down your 10 words that have got a prefix, you send them to me and I'll tell you whether you're right or not. And at the end, I'll give you the address that you send them to, or the contact that you send them to. Okay, here we go. Now listen very carefully. The accident happened in a college when the students went to exchange their library books. Billy began to misbehave and would not cooperate with the teacher. Mr. West, the teacher, explained that his behaviour was unnecessary and unhelpful, but it made no difference. Billy pushed Daniel, and unfortunately he fell over and hurt himself. The college nurse was unavailable, so Mr. West helped Daniel to wash his knee with antiseptic. Billy was unhappy that he had hurt Daniel, so he said sorry, but Daniel was unwilling to listen. That's the end of the piece. Listen to it again. Write down the words that have a prefix. Some of those prefixes are different ones from the ones I've told you about today. So you might want to look up something online about prefixes. And then, when you've done that, you can send them, the answers, to me, Judy. And you can send them via email. I don't know if you can read that. It's asylum, ASYLUM, ESOL, ESOL, at rmcentre, CENTRE.org.uk. Or you can text them to me on this telephone number, 07810 408 570. And that's all for now. So goodbye. I hope you'll join me again for some more ESOL lessons next week. Bye.